Okay, sorry about that. I just noticed in episode 6 that the fan was on, so plus I stopped from intro. I stopped. I think what was happening when I looked at the audio was my controller was also echoing from the picking up the sound from my mic at the same time, which is not supposed to. All sound's supposed to go through my mic, but I think the game still has the her sound going through the controller as well. That's why it kept echoing because it was coming from my headset being recorded plus the recording of my controller. So that's what it is. So we are going to build the rocket ship, or not the rocket. The I think that's what I did. I decided to do up here is I'm going to put it over. I want to put it over this way. So I should have enough materials. Oh, why is that? Why is that like that? Oh, okay. Damn! How big is this thing? Jesus! That is way bigger than I thought it was. Damn! I can't even see. All right, let me get to the tower. You know, I should put a doorway here. Yeah, I'm gonna put a doorway here. I'll do that later. Actually, gotta turn this around later. Damn, that thing is big. That's what she said. Shut up. Beat you to it. Damn. In the hell? What? I don't know if I can put this up here now. Yeah, that's gonna overlap that. That is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Ah, okay. I think we're just gonna put it further out. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't even know which one is the front. Well, let me save it. That way, if something goes wrong. Right. Because I think project assembly. Commencing project assembly. All right. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. And yes, where'd you go? Jesus, this thing is ridiculous. That is terrifying. What the fuck? Damn. What the hell?
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only FICSIT pioneers offer hope for survival. FICSIT is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let FICSIT down.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. I don't know why I keep showing this chest. Disassembled chest. I don't get it. Where it's at. stuff is still going in. Did I not put? I think that's what I didn't do. Okay. Okay, that's new. Huh. So this gives me 2 parts into another part. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is what I need for, okay, plating. I think that's the next part of the assembly to where I can turn into a second phase, like I can do rods and screws maybe? Okay, I need metal. I don't want to do all that copper right now. I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get the next part. Let me get metal. That's better. I really hate doing it this way. Okay. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. I don't need that. So what I was originally going to do, which is what I was going to talk about. So what I'm going to do off camera is the boring parts of the farming that no one wants to watch, is I'm going to do it off camera. But then I'm going to show you the results of how I play games and how my way I believe is more efficient and time saving instead of time consuming. So instead of me sitting up here going, making this plate, then making the rods, then making the screws, what I'll do is I'll make a boatload of iron plates, right? I'll make like 2 to 3,000, maybe more. And then once I have that many, I set them aside. I go to the next one, make the same amount, but then I turn them into rods. And then from those, like, so I have backup basically for when I actually need it for very specific. Like if I need it for down the road, those still need those iron plates. I'll have a bunch of them in a couple of chests. Then I'll go to the screws. Then I'll go to the frame, and then the copper sheet, so forth and so on, so that I have just a boatload of everything. So I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, I need this. Let me go sit here and waste 3 hours doing this. No, I've already, I've already sat up there and farmed for like 18 hours or 2 days, and now I have everything. Versus, or I farmed all this stuff on the weekend on my day off, and now I have all this stuff. So that way, when you guys come, you're like, Jesus, how did you get all that stuff? That's how. Because instead of me being like these other professional YouTubers who sit up there and do enough to get, just to beat the game, I'd rather just enjoy. I enjoy farming. It's soothing to me. And I know that's not like to other people watching is very boring. Like you wouldn't want to watch me play like Dark Souls and kill the same enemy 10,000 times, or Elder Scrolls. So that's why I do my farming off, because the way I do it, it seems tedious to other people and boring. And technically, it kind of is. If I actually had my setup the way that I want, which I'm getting back to that, is I have a TV, and when I'm farming off camera, I'm sitting up there watching TV shows on Netflix or watching anime shows. And those shows that you're really not that interested invested in, but at the same time, it just keeps your attention. So it's kind of like multitasking, but at the same time, it's just getting rid of the boredom of occupying your mind to go through the farming parts. Right, still ahead of us. So now we're gonna do. Lost a lot of 1,500 of these, pretty much 3 items that have built up. So I just want to kind of get to the point, back up to what I need to. I'm trying to remember what I need for the that cylinder. I think I need smart copper. But luckily, these go by pretty fast. Let's see, I have mixed feelings about this game now because I thought there was more to explore. I don't know if I just picked a very boring story or stage, or if this is just like the beginning. Because I thought there was gonna be more stuff to explore and collect. I thought that I thought this was gonna be more like I can't think of that game right now, but I'll probably play that next because I didn't beat it. Um, and I really want to play it on this channel, and I think it has a DLC. It's kind of like this game, and it's kind of a mixture on High on Life and Satisfactory. It's kind of like both of them put together, but not as intense as High on Life. I played High on Life on my original channel. It's such a long game. I mean, I kind of might go through it just to have it because I do. I don't like to have games. It's kind of like a pet peeve of mine. Kind of like a small. What the hell is that I can't think of it right now because it's early in the morning. But I have this thing where like things have to be in order. I can't. When it comes to like numbers, they have to be in order. I can't just have like part 2 of a game up and then part 3 and 5 or vice versa. You know, I have to have it in order. It has to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. That's why you see like if you go to my playlist for Poppy's Playtime, you'll see all of them in just one playlist instead of you'll tend to having like 8 different playlists of Poppy's Playtime and garden of the Bam Bam. It's not garden. It's something. I always say it wrong. I don't know why I keep saying garden. It's not garden. But that's why when you see my playlist, certain games are in a category. Like I also have right now. I'm kind of dreading going back to it because the broken lore is there's like 4 games. No, it's 5 games for it. There's 2 more coming out. There's one that just came out, and then there's 2 more coming out. There's another one that's coming out. It's actually pretty cool, though. I think probably it's already on PC. All of them probably are already on PC. It's just coming out on PlayStation. So there's been a lot of games that I want to play, and I've already talked in length about things, and I promised you guys that I wouldn't get into those other things on this channel, so I'm not going to. Just like I said, give me grace, bear with me. I'm trying to keep my word, and it's very hard not to talk about that stuff and just really just keep it about gaming. So I'm like scratching myself just so I don't say nothing, so I can just be about the game. You guys didn't come here for that. You guys came here to watch me play games, not for me to tell you all that stuff. A lot of you just don't care. What's it? Half the people don't care that it's you, and the other half is glad it's you. It's just so true. So I think that's what's happening with some of the audio is that some of the games, it doesn't do it to. And then when I really thought about it and listened, it's why is because the audio is coming through my controller as well. Which when I have my headphones on, I shouldn't have that option on. So I had to go in and turn that option off. So I shouldn't get an echo in this episode, if I'm correct. If not, then it means YouTube is screwing up the audio for some reason. And we'll let this finish because I'm trying to remember what exactly I need for what exactly I need to get the rods, not the rods, the cylinders, so we can get that assembly. Because if that's what it is, which is what I think it is, then that's gonna make it easier for me, and I don't have to worry about doing this. Pretty soon, I'll have a assembly for each one of these to do it by itself. I think the game is a lot shorter. I think there's different planets, but I think pretty much overall everything's the same. I think every planet may have a slightly different story. I'm hoping that's the case because it's like once I get that the smart stuff shot up, I wonder if that's the end of the game because I went and exploring and there's really not that much to explore here. So kind of a little disappointed. All right, let's stop that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's going real fast. It's ridiculous. Look at that. Which is good. It's time saving. Because that's a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's get we'll get 500 and then we'll stop. Uh, I'm actually kind of, to be honest, I'm really am relieved. And it does take a lot of pressure off me not to talk about that stuff and just focus. And I didn't realize that until now how happy I am doing that. And yeah, I still have a freaking cold because of getting, I don't know. I think when I ordered that Taco Bell on DoorDash, I think one of those people were sick and they didn't handle the food properly, like with gloves on, or they were, sniffling, and I think I got sick from it because that's the only thing I can think of because the way it came on, it was not slow. It was fast. Shut up, perv. And it was just, you know how when you get a cold, you can start to feel it. You can feel the sore throat, the runny nose, and it happened the next day, and it was just full on. So that was annoying. Right, that's enough of that. What the? What do I need? What? Sorry, that's wrong. Use that for work. Damn, how much was that? There it is. Okay. It screws. It'll be a while. All right. No. Now, did I show you guys that? No, let me not get the check. Let me not get the check. Right. So I think I messed up when I was putting these in. No, no. What are you still doing over here? Come on. Because the next part should be, because I want to keep these in order. So I'll start here with this. I'll start with that. I want to keep these in order so that I know based off of the order here. So the next one would be screws and then reinforced plate. No, it would be you. Then it would be screws. And I have to move you and put, get into the chest. You're still doing here. And then reinforced plates. And then I'll put copper over here. Because that's how I want to do it and keep it in order. And what I'll do is there is shelving units. So then copper wire, I think, goes to those. No, 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 no. But that's what I messed up on. So then you. I'll take you out. So we'll put the concrete here for now. Okay, we'll arrange that. And smart plate. Put here. Then copper. Okay, yeah, now we're starting to be in order. So what I'm going to do is farm, for example, depending on how the shelving units are, I'll have a shelving unit of up here, stacked up to here, this up to here, this up to here, this up to here, and then I can just go in and collect what I need and have that all around. And then maybe put like decorations in the middle. Eventually I do want to get rid of this out the middle of it. Move the chest over. See, we can't do anything else because there's... Okay, that's different. Those are phases. Why are the two phase ones? Okay. That's weird. So phase one. Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna get that. So hold up. I can't even select any of the other ones. So we have to build. Okay. All right. This is gonna be complicated. Okay. Uh. Wow, that's not what I was expecting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That threw me off. I thought we would just keep going. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's more to it. Yeah, because I can't select anything else because I did everything. Because I did phase, I did 3, I did 0, I did 2, and I did 1. So there's 0 tier, 1 tier, 2 tier, and then there's everything that's in those tiers. So I've done them all, right? Yeah. There's nothing else to be done. That rocket's the only thing I can think of. So I did my chainsaw. And you have to have biofuel in order to get it to work. And these are the ratios for that biofuel going in here is actually really good. I don't know why these are less than the ones up top. I don't have any disc right now. I do need to put stuff into here in order to get our next part. Like, there is stuff to explode. We need explosives. So there's still that, and then there's this caves with those spider things, whatever the hell they are. I have enough room. No, that's not what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna have to do now that I think about it. All right, so I don't have smart plate in here. See, I have so much more stuff to do. I forgot about the frames. I'll do that off. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. I'll do that off camera. So by the time you guys come in, I'll have everything arranged as far as like all the chests. Like I'll have everything in a very specific place. That is food I need for an upgrade for that tree. See, what I like to do is I like to get all this stuff, and then when I record, you guys can just see the results of what you need and everything. I'm hoping that sounds more entertaining to you guys. So that's going to be what I'm trying to do this year, is to be more entertaining as far as doing the way that I play games like this. Because I really love these games, and I really do want an actual audience. And I do just want to focus on games like this. Um, what do I need to make smart plating? So I wonder if it's because like I might be the old I feel like the conveyor belts run slower, so I want to speed that up. Alright. You out. You out. I don't think I need screws. Concrete. I'm gonna need something stupid. Alright. No, what is that? Why is it going slow like that? It should be going faster. Is it just how long that takes? Well, that's a new conveyor belt, right? No, okay. It is, because it would have replaced it. Okay. Arrange that. All right. It's going to be a little boring for a couple of minutes, guys. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. It does actually help. They're right. It does help us out. It does give us watch. It does give me watch time hours, and it does help me to grow legitly. And I can't grow without you guys liking. If you don't, here's the problem: when you guys don't like, and this is actually me, as someone who's not a big YouTuber, it actually does not get the video doesn't get pushed. When you don't like it, even if you watch it, that's just watch hours, but that doesn't equate to my video getting pushed out to other people. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. You have to like the video and watch it. The less you watch it, the less you like the video, the less that it's going to get pushed. So I am trying to become a partner again, and I am trying to actually legitimately do this to see how far I can get this year. Which means that I won't be talking about any political or any of that stuff on this channel, and that is my promise. So if you guys start liking the video, I will keep my promise of keeping this just about the game, no comments about it, and really just focusing on the gameplay. However, if the game becomes too much, like if there's too much political stuff, I'm just not going to play the game anymore. Like there's certain games that are like that, and I'm just not going to play anymore. I just want to get that out the way. I apologize. Let's get back to the show. I need a bunch of screws, so I'm gonna have to make a bunch of metal rods. All right, do that. It's weird. You kind of have to like hold it for like a second, and then tap it again, so it automatically just starts um, doing doing that. Otherwise, it just you have to hold it. So you can hit the button, or you can hold it, or you can have it do auto. So hopefully the assembler is going to be the one that gives me the three different options, or another option to do like the rods iron rod, and then the screws, and then the frame, or at least just two of them would be better right now. It would save me so much time. My nose is still stuffed up. I heard that in the other video. I can tell. The ladies that Java worked up said that yeah, it still sounds stuffed up. I I can tell you that drinking orange juice, unless you're allergic to it, and the berry mix you get at Walmart, unless you have a store, whatever store you're at, and having something to flush out the mucus in your nose actually gets you, it makes you less sick. Also, the women I work with are nurses, so they gave me a bunch of stuff too. And what you want to do is you want to make your nose run and get all the mucus out, and that'll help you get healthier. Now, if you have like I have, and you have like mucus build up in your throat, it's basically because you're swallowing it. There's actually a core, as I like to call it. If you can get that core out, that's the thing that's making you sick. You like if you have like mucus in your lungs, you have to keep coughing it up and spitting it out. That's what that's from. And drinking orange juice, I want to say in theory, if you get pulp, that'll actually kind of get caught in it, which will start to also help to break it down and flush it out, and to help you to get rid of it. I know I shouldn't be talking about that during video games, but I said political shit. Okay, political. I'm just trying to give you advice and help you to get better if you get sick, because this is a year of cold, and plus we gotta sit here and we gotta sit here and do this. So I might as well just, you know, might as well get through it by talking about something that's not, controversial. And what time is it? Is it 7 o'clock? Because I'm actually gonna head up to the hospital too and get myself some breakfast. Because I get it's called Quick Charge, and it's like technically I have 200. So I need to stop using it so I can actually get my $250 back, because you get a $250 credit. Unfortunately, when I first did it, I didn't know what that meant. So what happens is when you do the whole limit, they take $50 out of your check each time. So instead of trying to get the whole amount, that's $50 out of your check to pay for the balance. But if you keep using it, you're never going to get that $250 back, which is what I'm trying to stop doing right now. So this is why I'm getting breakfast. But I digress from that part, from back to the cold thing. I went and I got also this nose thing where I was watching on YouTube, and I kind of don't like it. You just push a button and it squirts the like a salt thing into your nose. I particularly don't like this one because there's two other ones, but that's the only one I could afford. There's one other one that's just kind of the same thing, but it's more you have to like pour it, and there's another one that's a kind of like a water machine, and it's a lot bigger. It's intimidating, and you use that, and it flushes your nose out, and it gives you a solution, like a salt tablet solution you pour into the water, and that's what I'm probably gonna get next time. My advice would be, in order to stop it, would be just to flush out your nose on a regular basis, and just to drink orange juice, unless or something like acidic acid. Oh yeah, the berries. I got the mixed berry bag from Walmart, which is basically blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. It didn't have enough strawberries in it, and I just drank that. I didn't have anything to drain the seeds, unless you like the seeds and you like that weird seedy grainy taste. So you go for it. I don't think it has. It do not. I don't think it helps you get rid of it. That the mucus in your throat that's built up, but it does help you to get better. Those three things together helped me got better really fast. The only problem is still have the mucus. I don't know if it's in my lungs or how that works, and that's the only problem I'm dealing with now. Okay, so this is what I would do normally. So I would go from one to have a bunch of like metal plates, then I'll do metal rods, and then I'll do metal rods, and then have a bunch of screws. So like I said, when you guys are off, that's what I'll do. So now, I know this is boring, but I wanted to show you guys. Let me rain down. I don't like the. Hey, hey, get out! What the? What the hell? What the fuck? Will not let me get out. Okay, that was scary. Let me save that. That terrifies me, especially when something happens and I lose a whole hour of recording. That's the painfulest. All right, so if you guys want to skip ahead, I am going to do 5,000 screws. God, that sounds bad. Um, sounds like Mia Khalifa would say. Um, so pretty much, okay. So what you guys had to understand is I do play games based on my mood. And sometimes I really just don't feel like playing games like this. I really just want to if like I'm angry at work. If I'm really something bad happens or someone pisses me off or it's just a really bad day, I want to play something violent. I want to hurt people, not like in real life. I just want get that out. And I'm gonna play a horror like a horror game, or I'm gonna play a gun game where I can fight back, right? Or if something happens or something unfair at YouTube happens, I'm gonna play a game where I feel like I'm in control and I can actually fight back, and take it out that way. Or if I really just want a chill, relaxing day, I'm gonna play a game like this. Like if I just don't want to no stress and I don't want to jump scares and all that, I'm just gonna play this. If I feel like I'm in the mood, like if I feel like I really want to have a scare and I jump scare, get my heart pumping for whatever the frick reason that is. I can't even explain why that emotion ever pops up, but it just does. Then I'm gonna play Broken Lore, or I'm gonna play Garden of Bam Bam, or Poppy's Playtime. There's a lot of both of those games coming out, Poppy Playtime and Garden of Bam Bam. That's ridiculous. I love the games. Don't get me wrong, but it just feels like right now I think Garden of Bam Bam has almost 11 because I think there's like 10, like 9 and 10 that are already. I think 9 is finished and 10 just came out. But a lot of it is because the thing is that I really can't stress this enough, and I'm so sick and tired of all the PC people, which really pisses me off. Not as a console person, but just as a grown up, when they're like, it's exclusive for PlayStation or Xbox. You have thousands of games on PC. What are you fucking complaining about? Sorry, I'm sorry. What are you complaining about? That one game is not on PC. I've played Steam games and I've seen the playlist. It is infurious, endless games. So when I hear people bitch and complain, it's like, for those of you who never played Steam games, I want you to go look up Steam right now, or after my video, unless you got your phone, and look up the games. Just type in any game you want. I'm not even kidding. Type in sex games. Look at the list. Type in games with like maybe you're into like maybe you're in like we're all adults here. Hopefully you're adults. If you're a kid, you shouldn't be watching my channel, period. And where's your parent at? If you are into like I gotta be careful because like I said, I'm being listened to by a certain person who keeps on flagging my channel, even though what I'm saying is actually in favor of certain people with certain type of sexualities. But the last one somehow got construed as me attacking those people. which I love those people. I have no problem with them. I have people that work at my job. Great people. Not like these assholes who pretend to be these people online. But if you're into that, look that up, and I guarantee you, you'll have hundreds of thousands of those type of games popping up. Trust me. Maybe you're into like Asian, like anime girls with sex in it. That is on Steam. I'm not even making this up. Let's say you want sci-fi games with naked chicks in it, or actual soft naughty stuff. That's on Steam. You can play games like that. So why are you bitching about one game that's on PlayStation or Xbox? But that's not. It's like, why do you like? If I had here's my thing. If I had a decent computer, and all the games actually you could use a controller, I probably wouldn't be playing this PlayStation as much. I wouldn't even be buying those games, especially now that I know how to record off the computer, and especially when I have a computer and there's more options to actually put my content somewhere else. The only reason why I even do YouTube is because they have cornered the market for that, and they've made it so other platforms can't be on PlayStation. Like you can't like PlayStation. This is why the Sony PlayStation needs to fire everybody, because these people, I'm sorry, have fucked it up. Instead of it like it's like it's a weird fight for PlayStation. There's games where I'm seeing like I don't think that should be on PlayStation, because games like Beyond Evil, I think it's Lust for Evil, on PC, that game is completely sexual. That game, I'm like, if I that game is soft naughty, if you understand what I'm saying. Um, so the sheer fact that it's on PlayStation, I'm like, there's no way. But then again, PlayStation would be hypocrites if you show the nudity on and the sex from The Last of Us, but then you're not going to show that type of game, because that type of game has everybody in it. There. Okay, so you know how sometimes the villains tie you up as a hero and you have to escape? Well, it's a Cthulhu game. I kid you not. I was like, oh, this is a game full of nudity and everything. I'm cool, okay. Oh my God, did I not know what I was getting? Oh my God, I didn't know I was getting into playing. Spoiler alert. If you made it this far, I love you so much and really appreciate you, because you must be just as screwed up as I am to keep listening. I kid you not. You're tied up, basically, on a cross. And this is a cult organization of sex fiends that worship, I forget which Cthulhu mythos it is, which god it is, the one that does birthing and everything. That game has warped my fragile little mind so badly, I can't go back. And I finished the game too. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, I know. Get to the point, get to the point. I am. But I want you to understand, just in case you're stupid enough to do, well, I'm going to go play it now. Don't. It is not for kids. Dear God, it is not for kids. I can't stress enough. Do not let your kids play this game. Please do not. Because they're going to want to play it on PC. They have to censor it on PlayStation, which is hypocritical if they do. But if they don't, I'm surprised either way. The story is your wife, she gets caught up in a cult and you have to go rescue her. You're trying to rescue her. There is It's a sex cult, and they don't hide this. There's nudity everywhere. Eventually, the villain who's the main villain, at least you think he is, you get tied up. He pulls your pants down to open up a dimension, and he starts blowing you. The women were like, oh, out and basically R-wording you Your character is straight. You have no choice. This dude pulls your pants down and starts giving you a blowjob so that the demonic portal opens to the Cthulhu world. Yes, you are forced to endure that as a person watching, and as a character, you are being violated by another man without your permission. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why PlayStation allowed that to come up, because of that fact. And I was just so infuriated and pissed because that's like forced stuff onto your character and to you as the player watching. And that should be something that it should be something that's actually said. Either, regardless if it's a male or female, that still should be something that's put in the description. I know, I'm not getting political. I'm just explaining the game to you because that's how messed up the game is. So that's why I'm explaining, like, why I'm shocked that it's even on PlayStation. It has to be heavily censored. There's just no way. I saw it on sale and I'm like, the whole damn game, every episode would have to be age restricted. Every single episode would have to be age restricted. And I'm just like, and at the end of the game, when you save your wife, spoiler alert, so I'm going to give you time. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear the ending. If you don't want to play, if you really want to play the game, I can't stop you. I'm just saying, I'm leaving out so much of it. So very much. At the end of the game, you save your wife and you get her home. Your wife is completely fucked up forever. You come in the room and there's just all sorts of demonic stuff. She's got the mask on from the cult, and she's touching herself and rubbing herself, and she's just like, I forget what she says. It's like she needs the pleasure and pain of what happened to her at that cult. That's like, she can never be normal. And I'm just thinking, like, that must be what happens to a lot of people when they get into these really weird sex fetishes. They can never go back to just having normal sex. And I think also that's kind of like the message. And my God, dude, there's so much that happens in that game where you can't unsee it or undo it. You're like a deer caught in the headlights, man. You're just like, you just can't. Once you start playing, you got to finish it. It's just like you read the Steam thing and you see what it says, but you really don't know what it's about until you start playing it. And that's what I'm talking about. Circling it back around when I'm saying that you people who are on PC who are bitching about one game on PlayStation or several that's not on PC is so unfair and it's such fucking bullshit that it needs to be called out. I wish I had a bigger channel so I can call people, some of you PC people out. Not the ones that are like me. If you're like me, you're just like, yeah, that's true, that's fair. But if you're like, no, it should be on, no, it shouldn't. There's a whole fucking library on Steam full of games that PlayStation people could only dream of seeing. And you're bitching about one game. One little tiny game. That there's thousands of games that's better than it. And that's so infuriating to me. Every time I hear even these big streamers and big YouTubers bitching and complaining, I'm like, are you really lying to your audience? I thought you were supposed to be an honest person. And that's what infuriates me. And that's why I think that there's some big person who doesn't want me to be big and just stops me overall. I even started doing stock. How the hell is the market closed on the weekend? Like, is it always closed? Every time I look, it says, oh, the market's closed. I'm like, is it really? Or is it because I'm starting to do it and make money? It's like there's something that doesn't want me to better my life in any way. And it's really just hanging over everything I do. It's so fucking, like, it's no longer scary, it's infuriating. Because now it just makes you want to fight back and, like, you have no right to be doing this to me. And that's kind of what I've been doing this year, is fighting back. I said I wasn't going to get political. I did not say that during times of farming, I'm not going to talk about whatever I want. That is about the game, not necessarily. But I warned you ahead of time, and I even gave you the option to skip ahead. Hopefully you did if you don't want to hear this, because this farming waiting for all these screws is fucking. I really need to play that game again, because the game is it's a lot like High on Life, but it's weird. It's got weird building mechanics. How do I put this? You're not building a base. You're just building abilities, and you're scanning everything to get new abilities and get better equipment and gear. Damn, I can't think of it. I'll probably think of it after the video's over. Yeah, it's almost been an hour, about 51-minute mark. But like I said, the reason why I do stuff like this, I'm sorry, I apologize. I had to get that off my chest. I know. I told you to give me grace. I didn't say I was gonna master this in like a day, okay, a week, or even a year. I have a lot of stuff to say. It's what happens when people suppress your voice. It's what happens when people suppress you and don't let you talk. You got to get it all out some way or another. So we're almost done. I'm sorry. I know. Um, I think. I think what I'm gonna do next episode is we're gonna go actually exploring, and I want to find some caves if I can. I might even look it up, um, so that we can get one of those hatchlings and stuff and get some upgrades, because there has to be more to explore, because there's so much other stuff to collect. So it's got to be more to the places I'm just not seeing it. So we definitely are going to explore next video. I'm going to do a lot more farming. Try to build that assembler before the episode is over. So we still got like almost 5 minutes by the time this is done. It's almost done anyway. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. No, is it a 3-to-4? No, it's a 3-to-1. It's the 3-to-1 ratio. Okay, three of the rods to make one screw. It seems a little odd, actually. It seems like it should be less, but whatever. Plus, I want to get some breakfast. The hospital's right up there, and it's 7 o'clock, and they should be. The time I get up there, yeah, it's 7:16, so a.m. They should be. They don't even make breakfast anymore. They just make like sandwiches because of company. Rochester Regional took it over, and they can't even afford the actual stuff that they have. So okay, now that I'm finished, before the episode ends, now we need to make the rods. So let me go put some of these away. Here. And that should be enough for you. I was thinking, I'm off. That needs to be this, actually. And then I'll move the other stuff, but I'll do that off. So we got less than 5 minutes now. So now I have to go make the cylinder. What's that? What do I need? Oh, really? I need rods? Okay. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get all that done in this video. I can't wait to get steps. Okay, I need rods. Wait a minute, no. Let's just... No, let me just get those over here. I think I have a couple. No, I don't, do I? Shit. I don't. Never mind. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do it in this episode. So we'll start in the next episode. I didn't know those were in here. No, that's not what I want to do. What am I going to need for that one? I probably said too much anyway on this. I'm probably going to get flagged. Ugh. Watch me get... I feel like I said too much. I feel like I'm going to get flagged in the video. Ugh. I can't wait for the YouTube management to get fired and have somebody else come in. All right, I should have enough. And just redo YouTube and make it fair for everybody and not be like people being targeted. Oh, this is so difficult for me just to not say something. Alright, I should have enough, right? Pass it. Seriously. Just get one out of the damn chest. Alright. So, barely enough time. So, I'm gonna smoke this guy. I'm gonna put you... Oh wow. Maybe not. I can't do this. Okay, let me just do this. Can you not be so close to me? Let's put that there for now. Just to see what it is. Oh. Well, how the hell... Oh, boy. How is that gonna... Okay, that's annoying. That's not gonna work the way I thought it was. There needs to be something else where I can push two of those into here to make the screws and the rods. What the hell would that do? Do I have nothing else? Alright, I'm gonna have to figure it out offline. What am I missing? 50 smart plates is gonna take forever. Anyway, guys, hopefully you weren't too offended or angry. Appreciate you and love you for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe.